What are you actually supposed to do after you wake up? I drink a glass of water. Then immediately take my dogs for a 30 minutes walk. If you don't have dogs, you could just go for a walk. Then I shower, get dressed, have coffee, and scroll the internet for hours. But it's okay because I took a walk. A phrase I thought up recently is, if you're going to waste time wisely. In other words, if you know you're not going to do any of the responsible things these other posters have talked about, you should at least force yourself to play a game or something you actually like rather than scrolling. I recommend getting up, getting a cup of tea, and then starting a game. Then after a couple of hours you're fully awake and perhaps prepared to tackle something healthy. If you have any sort of garden space, gardening is really fun after you get into it. Walking to the shop to get some crusty bread and stuff to make an actually decent sandwich and put on some music while you make it. Dragging yourself back into the real world doesn't have to mean doing the hoovering all day. Ideally, you keep waking up at a time that allows you to keep a rhythm going. As for what you do ideally, you would try to still work in a different sense. Do housework, work out, work on your skills. This of course takes a lot more self-control than going to work where you're essentially forced to do certain things, but it can still work out. If you've got nothing on your agenda that's pressing, chores, work stuff, etc., then throughout your days just think of things that you'd like to be better at. Play an instrument? Better at reading books rather than doom scrolling all the time? Do you want to be fitter? Anything like that. Write it down. And then, when you wake up and have no plans, just pick a thing. Commit to working on it for half an hour. And then go make breakfast and chill. Then, pick the same thing or another thing for half an hour. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Without realizing it, all of a sudden you'll be much better at all of those things. Wake up at any time you want, but take time to eat, shower, just regular self-caring, you know. Then you're free to do whatever you want. Reading, working out, watching TV, preparing a longer meal, playing, anything. For those wondering, I chose 6 a.m. specifically because it's the average time that the sun rises where I am. Midsummer it rises 5:30 a.m. and midwinter 6:30 a.m., but for the most part it's roughly 6 a.m. Give or take 15 minutes. I read that it's best to wake up with the sunrise. I usually just start my daily ritual. 1. Bathroom. 2. Get coffee going. 3. Look at Reddit. 4. Cry. 5. Have aforementioned coffee. 6. Cry some more. 7. Go to work. If you're actively looking for a job, then it's the same routine as if you had a job. Treat your 9 to 5 as being on the clock, filling out applications, checking postings, driving around, etc. If you aren't looking for a job, then I dunno. Do whatever you want. Try doing 10 push-ups every morning. Drink some tea, work out, watch some morning time-slot local news. Maybe get a head start on laundry? I am just spitballing here. But similarly up in the morning nothings. Get up and go for a walk or do some other mild exercise. This will help you to raise your mood and feel a bit more positive. Maybe find some online training videos for something that will help you take up a hobby you enjoy. Or gain some new work qualifications to help you find another job. If you want to keep setting your alarm for 6, you can just find a place to volunteer in the morning when you aren't working. Can go for a nice morning walk or stretch. Take a walk. When I get even a little exercise first thing in the morning, my day is likely to be better. Also, 99% of social media is vapid, brainless tripe. Be mindful of what you consume. If you're able to work and don't have a job, then you make looking for a job your job. Wake up at a reasonable time and hope on the computer or your phone and start looking for that job. In this job market, it's super easy to find one right now, so you won't be looking for long. You don't need to do anything special. Existing is enough. I'm so sorry. It sounds as boring as a bucket of dirt. My problem is just the opposite, not enough hours in the day. And sitting my big fat butt on Reddit doesn't help. Wake up at 4:30 a.m. Slurp some coffee. And am first through the door when the gym opens at 5 a.m. It's quiet then. Not at all crowded. I don't have to wait my turn for anything. Done by 7 a.m. or so. Then I used to go to work, but COVID finished that. So now at 7 a.m. I can treat myself to a lovely leisurely breakfast. Either out or at home. Until lunch. I sew quilts, or clothing, or stuffy toys for kids. Or knit a blanket that doesn't seem like it will ever be finished. Or work on a hand-hooked rug that will likely never get done in my lifetime. It's huge. And there's Mile Garden to address. I don't have a plot. No acreage to it. Just a motley collection of potted plants that need attention. Water. A stray what is that weed? Moving this over here for more sunlight. Trimming off dead leaves. Reading is huge. I have 3 books currently scattered around. Each so wildly different from the others that it's easy to fall back into the plot. Lunch is generally something I've thought about cooking but never had the time to experiment with. Before. After lunch. There are emails to tap out. Phone calls to make. About an hour of Reddit, Facebook, Quora. Volunteer work at the local animal shelter for a few hours. Running errands. Cleaning my permanently dusty house. Painting that spare bedroom is going to have to happen this autumn. Maybe I'll watch something on YouTube until it's time to cook supper. I also do beadwork. Leather tooling. Keep a diary. Sporadic. But still there it is. Scrimshaw. Have camping equipment and a car to maintain with regular cleaning, minor repair. Neighbors to gossip with. And a border collie who escorts every step I take and needs a good solid hour every day of my undivided attention. Because we do have to play. Looking at taking night classes but unsure of when would be the best time for that. Because I don't ever seem to have enough. Curious here how not having a job doesn't just involve trying to get a new one. How can I not work and still keep my apartment? Honestly curious. Beat it. Wake and bake tears of joy. Learn some new skills.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.